Hey, it's Corey. What's up, everyone? I'm so excited to be here and so excited to share what came to me today and what's been brewing over the last couple days. So if you're around, jump on, say hello. I'm going to be sharing the energetics of requests versus demands and why it matters. So if you have been playing around with any of the spiritual laws, law of attraction, and things are not shifting, you want to watch this video. This is exactly what I'm getting into. So join me, tell me where you're joining us from, and then if you have questions, of course, post them in the comments and I'll be coming back to watch. So if you watch this on the replay, please write your comments below and I'll come and check them and answer them for you. So what I want to talk about today is requests versus demands and why it matters. So this is something that is more obvious in your personal life than it is when we think about spiritual law, but it applies directly the same way to spiritual law as it does to your personal life. So what I want you to think about is the energetics of request, right? So when you are making a request, you also want to check yourself, because I'm going to go through some things that are characteristics of request. So check yourself to see perhaps you have some misaligned thoughts around what a request is. But so what a request is you are asking someone to either do something for you, give something to you, change something. You're asking them for something. This is the key to a request. It is not a request if you place conditions on it. So when you request something, you want to be in the energy of, this is an invitation for them to either do something for me, give me something, answer a question, change something, whatever it is. And at the same time, they are totally free to agree to my request or deny my request. And it is my responsibility to have zero attachment to either outcome and to respect their decision, whether they say yes, whether they say no, without any repercussions. So being able to request without attachment to the outcome, without expecting it to have to be your specific way and your specific timing and look exactly as you desire, and knowing if it is not fulfilled, if your request is not fulfilled, it is not your opportunity to attack, criticize, abandon them or abandon yourself, or beat yourself up or beat them up, or withdraw something from them. So it's not an opportunity to punish, basically. Request is something that you are offering, you're inviting, and when it is fulfilled or met, the other person agrees to fulfill your request. They are fulfilling your request with a full heart. There is no resentment, there is no hope that they'll get something from you. There's none of this tit for tat. It's them being able to say yes with the full heart, again, with no conditions, with no attachment, that you will behave a certain way or give them something, or something will shift in your relationship. It's them accepting the opportunity to deliver something that you desire. That's it. So demands, on the other hand, much different energy. So demands are given with attachments, with expectations, and with conditions. Demands aren't flexible, and there's usually an option to say no. So when you're demanding something, that's when you're coming from the place of, it has to be my way or no way. There's no option for flexibility, for creativity, and there's no option for the person to say no. And if the person should say no, you withdraw attention, you punish them in some way, there's some negative consequence for them saying no. And on their part, when they do say yes, it's not with a full heart. Often it's with resentment. They don't actually want to, but they don't feel the freedom to be able to say no because you are making a demand and there's some power imbalance. And so while they may meet your request, they may meet your desire, your demand, they're not doing it freely. Does that make sense? And so how this relates to the universe, it's the same. So when you are making a request, if you are played around with law of attraction at all, you make a specific request to the universe, but you have to release your attachment. You cannot strangle it, hold on to it, check it. Is it coming? Where is it coming? Why is it not here yet? You have to release it fully and release how it's going to look and when it's going to show up. So while you may have specifics around your request that you want it to show up at a certain time in a certain way, you have to let that go. And at the same time, if it doesn't show up at the right time in the right way, you have to lean further into trust, knowing it'll be something even better. So it's not the opportunity for you to go into doubt and despair and worry and anxiety, because once you go down that road, you completely negate the request. The universe is like, okay, cool, you don't trust me, so you must not really want this because you're taking over. And this was something that I was going to do for you, and now you've killed the magic, right? So think about that when you're making requests to the universe. Can you make it with a full heart, with full release that it is coming to you at the right time in the right way, regardless if it looks the way you want or on the timeline you want? And if it doesn't, can you stay with yourself and not abandon yourself, not abandon your dreams, not abandon your desires, not get angry, not beat yourself up, not give up on your dreams, but actually lean further into faith and into trust and know something even better is coming. And the whole time, stay out of the universe's business. So once you make your requests, go on with your day, go on with your life, forget about it, it's done. The best analogy I like to think of is when you're at a restaurant and you order something to eat, you don't sit there the entire time, hey, what's going on? You don't sit there the entire time looking at your watch, looking at the menu, wondering where the waitress is, wondering if the kitchen messed up your order, wondering why it's taking so long. You have absolute trust that the kitchen is preparing your meal to its highest standards, and if it delivers it sooner than is needed for it to be at its highest flavor and taste, you won't enjoy it. And you don't have that same energy of like, why isn't it here? Where is it? Why isn't it coming? Because you don't want it sooner than it is ready, because it will be awful. And you have to have that same exact energy when you're making requests to the universe, that the universe has got it. They're the most amazing chefs in the world. They're the most amazing magicians in the world, and they are taking care of it way better than I could ever imagine. But when I put my negative energy, my doubts, my fear, my anxiety, my worry, I basically negate my request. So it's basically the universe like, you can have it back because you obviously don't trust me to take it. So why don't you just do it? And then you never get what you want, right? So this is critical. And I also want you to think about when someone makes a request of you versus when someone makes a demand of you. Think about your energy. So for me, when someone demands something of me, I immediately feel constriction and sort of like, who are you and who do you think you are? When someone makes a request, often I notice a shift in like, oh my gosh, I would love to. Like, thank you. It's like an invitation for me to serve, right? It's an invitation for me to show my love, versus when someone's making a demand, I don't feel that same energetic of giving, of generosity. It feels like I'm being asked something that I'm not able to give. Does that make sense? Which is the same way with the universe, right? When you're requesting, the universe like, oh my gosh, yes, oh my gosh, I can't wait to give this to you. When you're demanding, because you don't trust the universe is like, no, oh, no, I don't, that's not going to happen. Does that make sense? So if you have questions, post them below. And I wanted to let you know I have 2 openings in my 90-day mentorship. So if you have been playing with the laws of attraction and things really aren't shifting and you really are struggling with a lot of self-doubt, distrust in this whole system, distrust in yourself and ever actually getting what it is that you desire, I invite you to reach out to me, because that is what I love to work on, is getting you in this supportive container where you can borrow my belief and we start to build your trust in yourself. We start to alchemize those fears and doubts so that you are living your heart's calling, your soul genius, and you're being your most authentic, highest version of you, and everything you say, everything you do, and what you believe, and your thoughts, all of your entire operating system basically is up leveled, right? So you are reprogramming the way you are operating so that you can start to function at the highest level possible. So if you have questions about that, please reach out to me. If you are interested in jumping on a call with me, I invite you just to send me a PM and we'll connect. And of course, I'll be checking later to see if you have any questions about this. And thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.